Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well out there. Today's reading is going to be your best way forward in this relationship. We're going to do a very simple spread to get to the bottom of how to move forward, the bottom and moving forward. And we can add to it if we need to. You've got three choices. The first one is the Magician, the second one is the Devil, and the third one is Lilith. So if you want to take your choice, and then we'll get going. Okay, pile number one, which is the Magician card. Let me just move these up a bit for you. My first thoughts and feelings with regards to this spread has that feeling of what do you want and why are you waiting for somebody else to make the first move. I don't know whether that feels as well. I don't know whether that is correct for your situation. It maybe not make the first move, but it's definitely a case here of why can't you make your life? And I mean that in a nice sense, not in a sort of grumpy telling off way. I'll tell you why. I'll go through it with you. Good job. Can't just put them out and disappear. The Justice card here suggests balance and smoothness, which I think that you're somebody who may possibly, with the Four of Swords as well, be very diplomatic. Very much a case of, well, what do you think? That Libra type of feeling where it's difficult to make decisions and you always want to take on everybody else's thoughts and opinions to make sure everybody's happy. So it feels that you're kind and considerate, but at sometimes it can get to the point where you've just got to assert yourself. I'm not saying that's so. Then you've got the Ace of Cups behind with the Chariot card, and this is going to lead forward into the end cards. This one, and this one will tell you more of the best way forward. The Chariot card to me feels like tension and it feels quite forceful, and the Ace of Cups to me feels like falling in love. You've met somebody you're incredibly attracted to, and there's been some sort of, I was going to say Frisian then, but I think that's a dog. But there's some sort of tension between the pair of you. It's like friction and tension together, which makes a dog. Frisian blues or something like that. So to me, it's like I'm smooth, I'm happy, I'm a gentleman, I'm a lady, I'm whatever I am, but I'm very dignified. And with this feeling here behind, it's like, actually, I feel really strongly. And what am I going to do about it? Then you've got the Magician card and the Eight of Wands. So if I'm trying to tell you the best way forward, you're turning into action, and the end card has got action, which is positive and open and optimistic. The Magician card is actually putting it into action, bringing it down to earth. You know, your thoughts, your attraction, your will, and it all gets shoved into the Magician, which is that exactly, will and thoughts, which make action. And then you've got the Eight of Wands, which is reaching out, talking, letters sent, emails sent, passion in some way or attraction in some way shown, put out for everybody, well, the person that you want to be able to see it. Now you're coming across down here as the Star card here. With the Justice card, both of them give me a feeling, and if you're mixing like Libra and Aquarius together, you're going to get somebody who can sit on the fence, and with that's what I'm thinking here, with the Aquarius here, could possibly detach themselves if they feel that, I'm sure there's a psychological term for this, but I'm sure, please put it at the bottom because I don't know what it is. But how I would explain it is, I need to make everything be okay. And if it's not, if it feels like you're going to be out of your comfort zone or it's going to be slightly threatening, you become detached a little bit. I'm not saying you've got a problem with it. I'm just saying that may be your nature. That, okay, everything's lovely. I'm not going to shove my neck out. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'll just pull back and see if they come to me. And the situation surrounding the Page of Cups, that somebody as, I'm going to say timid, which isn't a word I need, but it's like as easygoing as you, maybe on the other end. So you end up in a nothing happening situation here. And it's calling out for the Magician, the Eight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So why are you watching this reading? You've got the Chariot card and the Knight of Swords. This may be some underlying feeling inside yourself that action is needed and it's timely. This person could possibly, may have already with the World card here, slipped away from your view or your grasp, or you may not be with them, or you definitely haven't got the amount of time that you want with this person. And the Daughter of Fire is you igniting part of yourself that may have been left untouched or unused until now, because then you're getting all this fire and ending up with fire. And you're starting off with the Daughter of Fire, and you're coming across as a star in Libra here, so you could be quite, I can't think of the correct word, but complacent with asserting yourself. And this is saying assert yourself in a way that makes you feel safe, but allows you to be grown up. To be able to be, which I temper this one, but I'm going to say next, to push your neck out. And even if it doesn't go your way, to be able to shrug it off and say, well, that is that person, that's life. Even though I'm drawn to you, doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean anything at all. And also to say that if you, to yourself, that if you don't actually assert yourself a little bit, this is more than a little bit, to be totally honest. I'm trying to meet you halfway and be very Libra about this. Is that you could miss the boat with the World card here with this person. So the best way forward for this relationship is for you to come out of your tortoise shell a slight amount. I'm going to temper it down so you don't all go running off and declaring undying love to the postman and, to your colleague or your boss or whatever, and to assert yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? And how can I take responsibility myself and let this be known? So does that sound safer? Because this is not safe. It's safe if you're fire, well, no, sorry, not that one, but fire and fire. It's safe if you are very good at spouting out exactly what you're thinking, declaring undying love to people, telling people why you find them so attractive when you're standing face to face. And if you're very good at trying anything in life because it's fun and it's exciting and you expect luck to always come your way, but if you aren't that makeup, if you have got like Aquarius and you're more laid back, and the Aquarius and Libra here, and you possibly are here, and you've fallen for somebody, and you've got that inner tension, so it could propel you into this action. It's like, do it, meet these cards halfway. Let the person know that you find them attractive, if you haven't already. Send an email out. I don't know, whatever people do, but like something that they're going to see. Or just extend yourself in a way that is confident and slightly forthright and optimistic, and feeling that even if it doesn't work, that you've done it and you feel better for it. So that's the best way forward in this relationship, pile number one, from what I can see here. Hopefully you can see it as well. You've got the Magician here twice. You are I can't think of anything to say that's not going to sound really stupid. I was going to say the king of your own game. The world that you make, you are the master. It's that type of feeling. There are other words that I could have chosen that I wish I had chosen there, but it's saying that you make your own reality, really. I should have just kept with that, shouldn't I? And it's time to do it. I'm going to leave you there, pile number one, because that's what I've got. I wish you luck. You're just learning how, possibly here, if you haven't got a lot of fire in you, how to assert yourself is what it feels like here, because and it's almost the tension, the attraction that's pushing you into that zone where you are being a different part of yourself. And it's not such a bad thing, but do it in a way, and small. It doesn't say it in here. Do it in small, I'm saying this to save your skin, do it in small steps so that you don't feel it out of your comfort zone too much. But asserting yourself is the way forward, being open and honest, showing your love. There's not much wrong with that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to leave you there. Pile number Magician. Thank you very much. Bye. Number 2, the Devil card here. This has got a very unusual feeling that could be very difficult to read and probably will be. But this is what it feels like to me, and it may not fit. It feels like 2 people that have known each other for quite a while. 2 people where there's attraction there that can't be shown. It feels like a steady situation where both of you are normally quite assertive, or you definitely are quite assertive, or very, very much aware of who you are and what you want in life. And you've fallen for each other, and it's difficult to show it. And this is like saying, with regards to the way forward in this relationship, is keeping on. It's like keep control of it. It's like hold on to your horses, maintain what you've got. The time isn't right, but the feelings are strong, and it may go somewhere else later on, is the feeling I've got here. Let me go through the cards and I'll tell you why I've got that just from looking at them, so it may change. Your person is coming across as the Ace of Water, so I'm feeling here there's a big affection towards you, strong feelings towards you that almost feel like youthful and falling in love. The Six of Fire here for you is like you're very confident in life anyway. You're normally pretty good at making decisions. You're very good at showing people your feelings and your thoughts and your love nature. So then you start off with the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm thinking here this situation's already moving. Things are, to me, those feel like a situation that's begun and you're already entangled with. In some way, it's made concrete, it's in the real world, and that energy is grounded. So I guess there's some circumstance here that's already going. You've got the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune behind, so they're major arcana. Does sound posh then. They're major arcana, which could feel as if nothing has happened, but there's still a big deal, which I know is an easy way to get out of actually explaining those. It's like you can feel it, but you can't pick out circumstance. So I wonder whether there's a lot going on behind the surface, but nothing has been displayed or expressed, or you have to keep it quiet even though the feelings are big here. It's like, pleased to meet you, you're my soul group, what we're going to do about it feeling behind here. Then you go to more major arcana. That is not the way to say it. I don't even know why I'm saying it like that, which is the Magician and the Hierophant. So it's like, to me, it's still not the movement that you felt initially. It's like, keep it going, because that is like, go with it. You've manifested this into your life. It's good. But the Hierophant here puts the stops on it. It's like putting the cork on the top of a bottle. It's like, keep it as it is. What you've got is good, but the timing is not right to do anything. You're coming across as the Lovers, and the other person in the situation surrounding is the Star. It's good. The attraction is real. The pull between you is real, but there's a blockage here, or there's a reason why you can't go forward with the Hierophant card and the Magician card here. You've got a feeling of balance here, the 2 men and the Justice card with the scales here. And this one is, to me, it feels like, hold on, don't do it. It's like a warning. That's a strong word, but it's like somebody whispering to you, don't move yet. It's not the correct time. And I think you know that already with the Four of Cups here and the Justice card here. It wouldn't be the fair or the correct or the right thing to do as yet. And then the Hangman at the end is like, just watch and just wait. So actually, I thought this was going to be a difficult read, but I think I'm just going to have to pick that one line, because that one as in line of action for me to say it, because to me that feels right. And it may not, and I say this in readings occasionally, may not be for everybody or just a few people, but to summarise this, the way forward for you in a relationship where I think that you both acknowledge attraction, where it's already started and it feels good and you wouldn't want to change anything. I don't think it's been it's been earthed but not actually been talked about, or there isn't that much movement yet, because these are all major arcana to me, and I would like a bit more rub of the life's trivialities, or I can't think of the word, vagaries, I don't know, actually coming out of these cards a little bit more. It's like, well, here's your lesson. This is what's happening. And you're like, all right, okay, well, what is going to happen next? And it keeps on with the Hangman, the Star and the Lovers. This is your lesson. Don't go looking for the pip cards to try and explain it. Because if you do, what you get is the Four of Cups and the Justice card in a position that says, I can feel it, it's steady, it's there, but I can't move with it to me. You've earthed it, it's there, but where do you go next? And your advice here and what you should be doing is don't do anything. Just enjoy the attraction. The Six of Wands here, this person may have picked you up. I'm going to say emotionally then, but I didn't mean it. May have picked you up in a way that allows you to see yourself as your true self. You start looking at yourself and seeing your good points and how attractive you really are, and you know how you've still got it. How you've still got it. Look at that. It's just that feeling of being alive. It's an eros-y type feeling, but to me it feels like people are watching. Circumstances are not right, the timing is not right, and I'm going to say warning to make it more dramatic. There's a warning in here to not do anything yet. The way forward in this relationship is to bide your time and just enjoy it for what it is. Don't push for more as yet. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me just stick a few more cards on to see if I can get a bit more out of this. Yeah, it's restricted love in some way. It's like something around you says that it's not the correct thing to declare your undying love to this person in public right now, because other circumstances or other people would be shocked. So I don't know, just enjoy it. I don't know whether that feels right, but I'm going to leave that there. Pile number Devil, and which is pile number 2. A strong feeling of timing's not right with this one. The best way forward is to hang 10. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm sure I had a boyfriend with a t-shirt with hang 10 on it, which I think was a surf thing. Yeah, to just hold on. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye. This is a weird feeling, pile number 3, which is Lilith here, which actually doesn't surprise me. I've only just recognised that it's Lilith here. There is a feeling here of games being played. There's a feeling here of, if you move towards this person the way forward, if you let your feelings be known, or if you made some sort of action, this person would run or would retreat. Let's put retreat. But in retreating, and for you being straight up and confident and kind and lovely, that you actually, so I'm trying to get my chair comfy, you actually open this situation up more, but you're going to feel hurt. So your choice is here whether you want to go through this. But I'll tell you what I've got here, and it might make sense to you, but to me it does feel very Lilith. You've got your person coming across as a Chariot card, and there's a Chariot at the top there. So to me, it's like Lilith. It's like two opposing forces that almost fight with each other, like pulling away and pulling back. And it's that type of feeling. It's like you were once one, but then you became aware of being split. And how can I put this into words? And there's a fear in some way between the pair of you, with this card here and the Chariot card. It's like you pull together, but you're trying to separate again. And I don't quite understand it, but that to me is the Chariot with Lilith. I will go over that in a minute. It's not making sense in my head, but it's a little bit. The Nine of Water here is, I wonder whether you're quite at ease with yourself, especially with that Lilith feeling here. And you've got the Magician underneath. So you're not particularly, you don't have problems with making your life yours. You don't have problems with asserting yourself, but I don't think you're doing the true Lilith style of basically being so raw and vampish that you push people away, but more in a case of you're just you and you're fine and happy. And that can be annoying to people. And I don't mean you, I mean people I don't mean you at all there. But I know that sometimes in my life when I've been happy, very occasionally when I'm happy, I know that it's annoying to people. And I've had, situations, probably with a boss actually, where that has come up. Because sometimes we go through life and we think that we want people to feel like us, and you don't always feel the same, do we? Oh, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to start again. I didn't want to go into... You're not allowed to stop talking when you're doing tarot readings. I'm just going to think a second. Just bear with me. I think it would be better for all of us. This is what I've got. There's a Lilith feeling between the pair of you, and there's a tension between the pair of you, and you both try and pull apart at different times. With the Nine of Water there and the Magician card here, you're very good at, you're a good self-starter, you're happy in yourself. And some people who aren't in the same position as you can find that annoying, and I don't so feel as if it's like try and bring you down, but they just can't associate with it, is probably what I'm thinking here. It starts off with the Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles here. So the Lovers card is attraction, that is straightforward attraction, then develops into something else which is more got fear in it later on. The Nine of Pentacles here, when I first put these out, gave me a different feeling which I won't discuss, about shrimps and lobsters and sex in hedges, but you don't want to know that one. The Nine of Pentacles here, probably with the Lovers card, is take it or leave it type feeling. You're attracted to each other, but you're quite happy and you can take it or leave it. Now the Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups behind this. Pushing forward. The Four of Wands would be like a feeling of stability. The Eight of Cups would be, once again, you feel it, but you move away from it. One of you feels it and moves away from it. And then you try and pull it back together again because you like the feel of the pull. And to have such difficult cards over each other, the Knight of Wands, if I was dealing with this in a very straightforward fashion, it would be like the Chariot card, the Knight of Wands, move forward towards this person. Then you put the Hierophant over that. It's like, hold it there. Hold it there. Take your time to think. Take your time to feel. So it starts changing. So this is a really difficult pile. I will try and sum it up, but the Magician card here, you wanting to get it moving, you think. This person wants it to get you moving. You're getting mixed messages in this, is probably what I'm thinking here. The Six of Pentacles, this person appears to you to be like an everyday, down-to-earth person. They help you, they're helpful, they're lovely. You see them talking to people, everything feels fine. They just fit into life in a very easy breezy way. Everybody else seems to like them. Why do I have a problem with them? Why do they pull me in and then ignore me type of feeling in this one? Or why do they give me the come on and then just go quiet? There's something going on between you two that is like a dance that probably goes on through lifetimes in the past. For instance, why are you coming for this reading? I normally pick these two cards. Oh yeah, for instance, the Four of Wands is stability. Everything's fine. The backdrop is fine. We work with each other. We've spent time together, or when we were together, it felt very balanced. The Knight of Swords, this person's in and out and gone. So your advice in how to move forward is a little bit. The Five of Swords is, I'm going to say, a little bit all over the place. This is a difficult path to translate. The Five of Swords would be, you can move forward with this. If with the Magician card here, the Nine of Water, if you are yourself and you want to be just you, regardless of the circumstance, you would assert yourself, maybe slightly. You would just be yourself, be open, be beautiful. And that in itself would be enough for this person to run. And run is a strong word, but to pull back slightly and watch out of fear. With that Lilith feeling here, being the Five of Swords, is like somebody wins. You will feel that you've lost. But what's going to happen is, and this can happen, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups, over time, this person becomes more and more attracted to you. because they are already, they just can't cope with it. It's unusual feeling in this. This is why it's difficult to translate, because you've got mixed messages. It's like go, stop, pain at the end. And you're coming across as fantastic here. It's like, why don't you just act fantastic anyway? Why would you play more of the game? Just be you. If you like this person, let them know. And when they pull away, know that it's not you. It's more the way that it's like an Eros and Capricorn type of feeling, where when falling for somebody, this person feels as if they're vulnerable, or vulnerable is not the word with Capricorn. It's danger. It's dangerous. It feels like it could pull them into worlds that they're not at ease in. Maybe expressing themselves physically or emotionally, maybe something that's difficult. This person could have like a Capricorn Venus as well, or something like that. Something, or maybe Virgo, something that's a little bit more Cancer even. A little bit more introverted with self-expression, with physical expression. And I don't think you are the Nine of Water and the Magician card here. So let me start summing this up. Pile number 3. You are happy in yourself. You don't need this relationship, and you know that. You're just, it feels like interested. It feels like this person pulls away at times when you think that the situation is stable. The reason that you're coming for this reading is probably that the fact that you've spent some time with this person, you've got the impression that they like you, and then they slightly give you the cold shoulder. Are they doing that to make you feel bad? No, it's because they can't cope with themselves, but the end result is still the same. You're still ending up in the Five of Swords here. You're still ending up with, oh my God, I've just been done over. Now, with regard to the best way forward in this relationship, you're getting very forward cards. You're getting the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. So I'm saying be yourself, but you've got the Hierophant over there. It's contain it. Know that it may not go your way. This person feels like they're fine with everybody else, but with you, because you're the one that actually piques their, or puts them in a situation they've got to express emotions and their sexuality in some way, or have physical contact. It's a fear. And this person disappears. And I think that with you actually just being yourself and being open and not retracting too much, that's when the attraction will grow. Slowly the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups, this person begins to know how to love. You're not there to do people favours and how to express themselves. That's not your job in your life, in your life or anybody else's life. Maybe the second one. But you shouldn't also be less than to make the other person feel happy. Don't lower yourself, or don't be somebody else when you're happy in yourself anyway and you're quite at ease with your sexuality or your love nature. Don't make yourself cooler or colder, or I'm going to say more frigid, because this person has difficulty with theirs. That is the way forward in this relationship, is to just be you. And sometimes, because, you know, everybody's got a strong ego, the reason that we're here in the first place, that we think it's all about us. Oh yeah, it is. But we do think it's all about us. But in this case, it is about you as being confident in who you are and not changing for people. But this whole pile feels like you can help this person a lot. That's not your job. To be more themselves, if almost like drip feeding on how to act normally. So, in a few sentences, the way forward in this relationship is don't change who you are. If you feel it, do it. Don't expect anything at the end of this, because I think that you may feel rebuffed in some way. You'll feel like you haven't got enough. But this person will do a lot of that, pushing and pulling. The moment you push towards them, they'll go away. And that doesn't really disappear in relationships, especially like the first 10 years of being in a relationship. It carries on. One always seems to love that little bit more than the other, and it goes that way and that way. It's just human nature, which at times does stink, but that's just life, and that's how we play with it. Without even knowing we're doing it. So that's what I've got for you. Pile number 3, which is Lilith. Be yourself. regardless of how the other person reacts. Be strong, be forward, be confident, but contain it enough that you don't give all of yourself to somebody, whatever that means to you. And don't expect a lot from this person, especially immediately. You may get more comeback later on, but this is a game that's being played that would probably unravel later on. That's what I've got. But as I always say in these readings, look after yourself first. Don't be mean to anybody, but look after yourself first when I'm doing it. Yeah, that's it. Look after yourself first, and not in a selfish way, but when you're fine and you're right, then other things tend to fall into place. When you're kind and you're loving and you are doing the right thing for yourself and others, things will slot in easier around you. Now, that's what I've got, pile number 3. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye.